That's not how this works. Apparently, you're not familiar with the history. See, in Dallas, we considered Austin to be like the cool version, the cool mom of our conservative city. It's like, but Mom, Austin gets to have a cool live music scene. But Mom, Austin doesn't have to go to church on Sunday night. But Mom, Austin gets to vote like in a very rational and logical manner and carefully consider the issues opposed to party lines. I love Austin. From your pink-domed Capitol to your puke-stained 6th Street. You know what I'm talking about. And don't even get me started with what's in the lakes. And keep it weird. Keep it weird. Sure, but keep it weird will only go so far. If you wake up in a ditch covered in just you, next to the fire hydrant that you first hit on and then peed on, when that cop is shining that flashlight in your face saying, keep it weird, that is not going to keep you out of that jail cell. Trust me. Oh, my 20s. It wasn't that bad. It was close. There are some decisions that I made in my life that I look back and go, God damn, how did I make it out of that alive? And it's never like the big decisions. It's never the monumental ones. It's always the really insignificant ones. It's the metaphorical door number 1 or door number 2. Let me give you an example. I smoked for 25 years. And somebody coughs, that's great. I smoked for 25 years, and I tried vaping for like 3 or 4. And if we could just be honest, guy, if you vape, vaping is like the Ed Hardy of the smoking world. It's like what affliction clothing would be if it could smoke. So when I smoked like a real obnoxious asshole, then every day after work I would stop by on my way home. There's a 7-Eleven just down the street, and I would go and buy a pack because cartons were reserved for the affluent. Especially now, like a pack of cigarettes, you're gonna need to fill out this credit app. Shit. There's 8 people that still smoke, they go, he's right. So I would stop by, I would get a pack of cigarettes, and I would go home, so I would have a fresh pack for the next day. Well, one night, the racetrack, or whatever by my work, was having some sale. And, you know, here, kill yourself 3 times as fast. And so I stocked up, and I had like, you know, look at me, I have Camels. And when you're poor like that, you don't have a brand of cigarettes that you smoke. You know what you smoke? Mine. I'm gonna smoke these because somebody gave them to me and I got a lighter with it. And so I didn't go by the 7-Eleven that night. And the following day I found out that right around the time that I would have been there, my friendly neighborhood convenience store got held up. And 3 people got shot. Whoa, it's right. It was the clerk and 2 patrons that just happened to be there at the right time. This is a really like shifty neighborhood that I lived in. But there was no booming voice. There's no writing on the wall saying, don't go to 7-Eleven. It's sale at racetrack. I look back at that moment and it just, oh my God. But I had no idea. My spidey sense wasn't tingling. And that's life. That's how life works. It's not this one thick rope. It's tiny strands woven intricately together to form a tapestry. Yeah, it's gonna be like that. That's life. Here's another one. On a chilly November morning, I drive onto the stage at Culver Studios. I park my car and I get out and I walk towards the gray drab production office that was right next to stage number 1. And I walk in and I immediately freeze. And I look at character description, and I look around the room, and it's as if the character just stepped out of the page and duplicated himself, and every guy in the room just wearing a different shirt. And I freaked out because this character was rugged and grizzled, and I come strolling in looking like a backup dancer from a K-pop band. No, this is 2010, guys. This is not acceptable. And I realize I'm staring, and I break my concentration, and I just scrawl my name in on the sign-in sheet, and I lean up against the door, which is what they never teach you in acting class. Always know your exits. And this notion just washes over me, like, I could leave now, and no one would ever know. I feel the door, and I just kind of rotate this way, and as my hand reaches for the door to open it, Troy? I spin on my heel. Yeah, that's me! Oh good, they're ready for you. And I shot myself. Oh. But I love that you're with me. So I walk into this stage, huge sound stage, and there on the far side, behind this, long conference table is the jurors of my fate. And I'm like, how you doing? That whole thing, awkward commerce. And then I see a girl walking on the other side of the stage, and she looks ragged, she looks rough. And I walk over to her and I say, hi, I'm Troy. She looks up at me like a fawn trapped in the forest surrounded by hunters. Friend! Hi, I'm Troy. And she goes, Ashley. And I said, you look like you could use a hug. Can I give you a hug? And she gives me one of those laughs that's like reflexive of like, I'm gonna laugh instead of crying right now. She goes, yes! And so I gave her a hug, and we started the scene. I came this close to walking out on the audition for The Last of Us. Oh. This close to missing out on that experience. This close! To my life being fundamentally and unilaterally changed. Because of one thing. Fear. David Milch, creator of Deadwood, NYPD Blue, a whole bunch of other shows. He says that an actor operates out of one of two places, fear or faith. And it's his job as a creator to create an environment that allows an actor to circumnavigate that fear and operate in a place of faith. This profoundly moved me. What a tenet to apply to one's life, regardless of your profession, actor or otherwise. And this change in my mindset, I instituted through the use of 3 words. 3 words, very simple. You are enough. Simple, right? I want to unpack this with you today because it's changed my life, and I feel like it's a message that we don't hear enough of, and we really, really should. So here's how it started for me. Clothes are my kung fu, all right? I grew up poor, zero money. I never had those designer jeans or these shoes. Matter of fact, when I was in 5th grade, I remember this, I needed a new pair of shoes. And so I was gifted my sister's Esprits, which were great. I was actually excited about this. Those were perfect if you were a 14-year-old girl and liked sparkly things. And so I wore those shoes. When I got my first job, I was 16, I was working at a dry cleaners. Far cry from being an actor. Still a very noble profession. That first check that I got at the end of that week, $89. $89, I'm rich! I went immediately to the bank, I cashed my check, went straight to the mall, walked in, and bought myself a pair of Pepe jeans. None of you know who that is. One dude, yes! I kept the tag on that just so you knew. If you couldn't read the one on the back, there's one on the front. I blew my entire paycheck on a single pair of jeans. And I wore them every damn day. I mean, have you seen my Pepe jeans? These are my Pepe jeans. Hi, these are my Pepe jeans. And I mean, to the point where I was like, I can't wear these jeans anymore because there's just stuff. There's just, 16-year-old all over this. And I did it because I felt good. I felt like I belonged. And clothes became my armor. If I felt good that day, less armor. Didn't feel so good, armor up. My entire identity became external. I had no internal identity. I had no you. I develop my identity based on my profession, which is what we do. When you meet someone for the first time, after you ask them their name, hopefully, what's the first question you ask them? So what do you do? Where are you from? We are fixated with these two qualifiers. Why? Because we associate activity with identity. And we are looking for connection in the chaos. We want to find a pattern. Have you ever been in a city you've never been in before, or gone to a party where you didn't know anybody, and you are just like scanning the room for anybody that you can find some common ground with, and at some point in that night, it didn't matter who it is, like, what do you do? I work in sanitation. Oh my God, I'm in a related field. What's that? I'm an actor. How is that a related field? Well, we both deal with shit all day, so... Oh, please don't leave me. We're looking for a pattern in the chaos, and we associate this activity with activity. The things that we do, the things that we've done. We like to label things. If we discover a disease, we will name it before we cure it. I discovered a star. I get to name it. We just had a baby. What's its name? We do not like the unknown. And we do that with people. We will find people, we will label them, and we will place them on a shelf. And that's where they live. Even girls purportedly have said that they know within 5 minutes whether or not they're going to sleep with someone. For guys, it's different. For me, especially, in my 20s, much, much, much shorter. And also in this abandoned house, and Ellie is in the former occupant's room going through her diary. She says, is this really what people worried about? What to wear? And then we shoot the scene is good. We feel okay about it, and we could put it in the can and put it on shelves, and that be the game, and it would have been totally fine. But we just felt like there was something else that we hadn't found, we haven't discovered, we hadn't dug deep enough into the scene. And so I looked at Neil, I was like, can I take 5? He goes, take 10. So I go off in the corner, and I just sat. And I think Ashley did the same. And we came back. And we go into the scene straight away. No notes, anything, just boom. And there's a line where Ashley or Ellie says, everyone I've ever cared about in my life has left, everyone but you. Do you remember the line I'm talking about?
Yep.
It's this though. Everyone that I've ever cared about, everyone has left me, fucking except for you. And she shoves me. I wasn't in the script. I wasn't prepared. That was a moment born organically out of the frustration that Ashley was feeling in the moment. She was just being. Here's the flip side. There was a game that I did. Very popular game that starred a celebrity that we don't get to talk about anymore. I know, it doesn't really narrow it down much, does it? Shit.